Hello, my name is Jamal Khan. I'm a senior tax partner at Churchill Tax. Thank you for joining our webinar today. Today, I'll be talking about offshore trusts, offshore companies, and foundations. Okay, let me share my screen. Yeah, so I said we'll talk about offshore trusts, foundations, and companies. This is a little bit about us in terms of what we do. We are specialists, one of the UK's leading tax specialists, specialize in tax planning, inheritance tax, and capital gains tax, offshore tax planning, and tax investigations and tax tribunals. Offshore trusts and foundations. So there are offshore trusts that are set up, for example, Jersey, Guernsey, BVI, etc., Isle of Man. And there are foundations also set up. Essentially, there are some differences between the two for non-tax reasons, but for tax reasons, tax purposes, UK tax purposes, they're both treated the same as discretionary trusts. They were previously beneficial for inheritance tax planning, but the rules changed in 2014. They're no longer beneficial. So, for example, you could have non-domiciled people sitting in an offshore trust or a foundation and living in the UK, but now it doesn't make a difference anymore. So now people are not going for offshore foundations, or some ill-advised people are people who don't seek proper advice, but normal people don't go for offshore trusts and foundations. So offshore companies were tax efficient previously as well, but now a burden. They're an absolute nightmare to deal with, especially if you've got offshore nominees. UK government is clamping down, so there are so many disclosure requirements. It's impossible to get a bank account. For example, we've got a couple of BVI companies, some other Jersey company. They can't open a UK bank account. Very difficult. And you've got the transfer of assets abroad legislation, which is very widely drafted to catch anything that lies, essentially, anything that's used to transfer assets abroad or income abroad or to abroad to companies, to trusts, or to partnerships. Everything is caught, and that's got to be taxed in the UK on the UK-based individuals. So effectively, this legislation, it makes offshore trust foundations and companies redundant for UK tax purposes. Who can benefit from offshore structures? Yes, there are still some benefits. For example, if somebody is not resident and non-domiciled in the UK and they look to buy UK assets, they can buy them through offshore structures. If somebody's living in the UK, then it's almost not beneficial at all, and they shouldn't be any plans to settle in the UK. What should already existing structures do? Yeah, take specialist advice on your options, what to do. You've got to consider the benefits versus costs. If somebody's living in the UK and they've got an offshore structure, it's not worthwhile unless they plan to move abroad. So consider restructuring so that the offshore ownership is moved to the UK. Okay, because that will get rid of all your BVI, all offshore problems, dealing with nominees, not having a bank account, not being able to get a mortgage, etc. Then you can consider closing down the offshore structure, so you can get clearance from HMRC on this. And I've personally helped many clients get clearances from HMRC and moving offshore structures onshore. And most of the time, HMRC are happy to give that clearance. Restructure, demerger, depending on requirements. So there's quite a lot of things you can do to make your structure more tax efficient and more lean. Can Churchill Tax help? Yes, we can. We have significant experience in advising on offshore trusts, foundations, and companies. Careful review. We do a careful review and advise on short and long-term benefits and implications of offshore trusts. We can get clearances from HMRC for you. and undertake all steps to move the structure onshore, or to advise on how to best restructure it if it is going to stay abroad, and how to best manage the structure from the UK. Okay, and this is me. This is my profile. If you have any questions, please do get in touch. I've been doing this for about 27 years. I've helped numerous clients with numerous sizes of wealth in offshore trusts and foundations, and to make sure everything is accepted by HMRC, and we do it properly with HMRC. Okay, thank you very much. And my contact details are there if you need to get in touch. Bye.